Oh, okay, all right. So what we're doing is we got stuff. We have stuff right here. So we got some Super ATV 4-day arms. They're the offset ones, the 1.5" dealer thingies. And then we have in here, it's a frame stiffener. So we're gonna throw that onto this bad dog. And what we needed to get to accomplish said task is we got some of the baddest dang jack stands ever. They're the Pro Eagle off-road jack stands. They're real good. They're pretty great. Super secure. Everything is perfect. So what we're doing is we're gonna take these off, take all that junk off. That's what we're working on now. All right. Okay, so what we've done is, so far, is we just got the bottom A-arms off, and we have the bottom skid plate off so we can put the frame stiffener on there. So the deck star is gonna watch a little video from Super ATV, and he's gonna throw the frame stiffener on there while I start taking these out. I'm gonna clean them up, re-grease them, take all this junk out of these arms, and put them in there. All right, so what we've done is we've got those bushings in the arms. Dexter has just, so what he's doing is he's multitasking. He's got these the stuff ends with these dealers in. Nothing is crazy tight right now. This is for the frame stiffener. Nothing's crazy tight, but he's getting everything all done up so we can throw it on. And got the helper. And then what I've done is I just ratchet strap this to kind of hold it in place. Ratchet strap that to hold it in place because I'm getting ready to take this off. That way I can get the ball joint out to throw it into the top arms. That's what we're doing. Ah! All right, maybe you can see, but I have, so we have the bottom A-arm in. The only problem is the bolts that the Super ATV has sent, they're long, they're good. We're missing 2 bolts, or nuts. Missing 2 nuts. So the deck star has gone to the store, so we have kind of stopped with this. However, I've taken the top one out. So
I got that one.
it's perfect. So we took all the stuff out of this. So now I'm going to take this out, and I've got a cool little high lifter little kit to get all that, like a press set for UTV stuff. I'll do that. All right, so I have one arm done. So the old ball joint is in there. All that stuff is in there, greased up. You'll be surprised to know, my little cool little high lifter ball joint remover deal, it didn't have the correct size. So it had the correct size for this, but if you turn this over, you'll notice that the bottom of the ball joint is real big. So it didn't have a big enough dealer to go around it. So what I ended up doing is getting all my big sockets. I think like I used a 30. I just beat the crap out of the top on the ring there. That way you don't damage it to push it out. And then I used, which one looks like I beat the crap out of it? One of these. I think it was like a, maybe this 41. Not that one. Not this one. It's still got the deal on the top. Maybe this one. Either way, I used like a 40 something socket that goes around this big ring right there to beat it back into place. It was the coolest. All right, so I have the top one back on. Well, not back on. I just put it on. And then so what happens is the reason why I did all that is that way I didn't have to take this junk off, didn't have to take the axle out, nothing like that. You could just put that stuff in there without taking all this junk off. Kind of makes it an easier process, not having to deal with all this nonsense and taking that out and getting it out of the diff, which KRX is. I'm not sure about the front one. I'm the rear one. A lot of people have issues with that. However, if you just don't take the axle out, you don't have to mess with it. Plus, sometimes you take this stuff out, it leaks oil, all that stuff. Don't have to do it, meow, because I didn't take any of that junk out. Just make sure you support it with a strap. That way it doesn't try to kill itself, and you should be good. But there's that top one on. The bottom one's getting ready to be on whenever What's-His-Face gets back. And then that'll be that side done. So I'm getting ready to attack this side, meow. And then once I get that side, it'll be done, sort of. Man, those jack stands are awesome. All right, it is dark. And what you'll notice is these are on. Because it turned into like we actually had to do stuff. So we just did everything, put it back on, frame stiffeners on. So what we still got to do is we got to put the skid plate back on, but we got to drill holes in that. We're going to do that when it's like lighted outside. So yeah, they're on. It's magic. Dexter did so good. He went to the store multiple times for no reason. That's fine.
37 times.
37 times for no reason. But we're good.
Yeah.
Go team. YouTube video.